I click leave on porch. Your subordinates will be reported to DoorDash HQ.
What is happening, folks? Welcome to another episode of Nerds at Night. I am your main nerd, Blake Money Blake Weather. How is everybody doing on podcast land? I told y'all, I missed y'all. I did indeed miss all of y'all, and I missed doing these movie reviews. We just did one for Sinners. If you haven't seen it, it's up on the channel. Shout outs to everybody who's tuned in and watched it, gone to see Sinners, gone to leave a comment, gone to leave a like. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are awesome. I didn't ask y'all to do it, and I'm so happy that y'all did. In fact, you guys liked it so much, I had to come back and do another one. So today,
another one.
Yeah, we need. Where's the Khaled? We're gonna insert that clip right here.
Another one.
But you guys like that one so much. We are back this week talking all about. I hope y'all enjoyed this movie.
Asterisk.
Ooh, the asterisk. What does that mean? Does your name need an asterisk? I don't really know. But I couldn't do this alone today. So in fact, I called forth my brethren from the farthest galaxy known to man. He is Alex of the Drunk Banthas. Alex, how you doing, sir?
Doing good, bro, man. I'm really excited to talk about this movie. Marvel, as we know, has some ups and downs since Endgame. Though I'm not one of the more harsher critics. I feel like I've enjoyed.
I am.
I'm more on the positive side. I'm more of an optimist in that sense, but very excited to talk about this newest installment with these weird characters.
I am very much a harsh critic. If you guys want to go back to one of the first videos I did, which is about the Marvels. It's like a 7-minute video. It's all about the Marvels and how it don't make no damn sense when it comes to the MCU and Secret Invasion. And it don't make no sense. And I hope we never talk about that movie ever again. But we're gonna, because the homegirls spoiler alerts, homegirls trapped in another dimension. We're gonna have to revisit that shit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back there.
Brother.
Brother.
Insert that right here.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
I'm a harsh critic of it, and I do think, we're just gonna hop right into it. This isn't how many stars do I think it? We're gonna give our stars, but that's what that's about. We're just gonna talk about some things we want to talk about this movie that maybe a lot of people aren't talking about. When it comes to this movie, I do think it was the best one that we've seen in a long time. I enjoyed Guardians 3, so maybe the best one since Guardians 3, and I think Guardians 3 was maybe the best one since. I enjoyed Spider-Man for what it was. I think Spider-Man rung beneath that, but maybe even was in the Endgame. Was that the final one? That was the last one, or was it Infinity War? No, Infinity War was the second to last, and then Endgame was the last one, right?
Yeah, that was the last one with like the core 6 or however many of them there are. And then we got like the Black Widows, and then Shang-Chi.
I enjoyed Shang-Chi. But I put that on the same. I enjoyed it the same way I enjoyed Spider-Man, all the way home, or wherever he's going home to.
Yeah, Spider-Man, all the Spider-Mans.
All the Spider-Mans come home. Yeah. That one, I put that in the same ring as that. But as far as like pure enjoyment with like a plethora of characters, heartfelt love for Guardians 3, heartfelt love for this one. I want to know, if you're in an elevator with somebody and you're like, you got a few floors, and they're like, "Oh, you seen Thunderbolts? What do you think about it? What can you tell me about it? What is your elevator pitch for this movie to them if they're interested in going to see it?" Go ahead.
You remember all those really talented actors that played those dog shit characters in all the movies that everybody don't like in the MCU? Well, they somehow managed to put them together and make a pretty good movie. You should go check it out.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
I was thinking about this, and I wanted to. I'm going to describe it in this way. If somebody says, "Oh, have you," I'm like, "Have you seen?" It depends. It depends how we're going to gauge in this conversation. Hey, excuse me, sir, hey, so you seen? I want to go to the movies. I'm thinking about seeing the Thunderbolts movie. What do you think, Blake? Blake's going to say. I'm going to say, have you seen the other Marvel movies or the shows? Depending on if they say yes or no, it's going to depend on how my answer is. If they say no, my answer is going to be, well, it's kind of, you ever seen Born Identity? It's kind of like they took a whole bunch of Born Identity characters and then they saved the world and then the world loves them. And the end. Like like it's cool. Like it's fun. Like they get to save the world instead of saving someone they love or trying to figure out who they are. If they have in fact seen all the shows, I'm just going to tell them straight up. Yeah, you know what they try to do with Suicide Squad? Yeah, it's like that, but better. Like just way better. Like everything that movie got wrong, and that they tried to say with the second one, they do way better with this, and they don't have to do it with a rated R rating, even though that would have made it nice. Oh, I'm sorry, we're at your floor, sir. Well, you have a good day. Hopefully, that makes you want to watch Thunderbolts.
I did like the Suicide Squad more than this movie.
Oh, really? Okay. The second one, I enjoyed the second one a lot.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. And I like this movie a lot too. And this is kind of the movie that I wish I wish we had a Hawkeye Black Widow movie like this 10 years ago. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I feel like this is right up that alley where it's just like very small stakes. That being said, it would have been cool because like a lot of the characters are just like our powers are that we punch and shoot. They even make a joke about it in this movie. It would have been cool to see somebody like a She-Hulk in this team as well. Just like since going with the same motif of like these are characters that people have like shat on in the MCU,
right?
And this is kind of like a comeback for a lot of these characters. It would have been cool to see somebody like She-Hulk, but I'm also just a She-Hulk stan.
You're just a shill, just like all the big channels. Just some Disney shill right here.
Disney shill. Oh wait, sorry. Let me cash my Disney check for saying that I like She-Hulk.
He showed it to me before we started. I saw it. I said, "Wow, that's a lot of zeros right there." Maybe I need to start talking good. I'll live better. I have movie posters in the background and stuff. Let's start here, man. Let's go into first. We talked about Suicide Squad, the characters of this movie before we get into the plot. What did you think of the characters of this movie, how we were introduced to them, and how we sort of got a chance to explore their stories a little? And the cool thing is, unlike Suicide Squad, we're familiar one way or another with all of these characters, right? Whether it's through movies, whether it's through a show, we are familiar. We have some sort of background with all of these characters, so we don't need to do that 30-second montage that they did in the Suicide Squad, where it's like, oh, here's this character and he's really dangerous, and like you see him just like attack a person, and you're like, okay, like,
right? Like, okay,
I could attack a person. That don't mean I belong in the Suicide Squad. Yeah.
Right.
So, what did you think about how they? Yeah, what do you think about how they sort of allowed the characters to sort of blossom out in this movie, how they were each brought in? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I really liked how the characters meshed together. Like all the actors seem to have really good chemistry with each other. And it actually reminded me a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy. There's a moment where Yelena says, "We're losers," and I was like, it just made me think of Guardians of the Galaxy when Chris Pratt was like, guys who have lost stuff. So it definitely has that camaraderie, and like just 5-star actors across the board with the whole cast. I don't remember the actor who plays Ghost, but I remember seeing her in Ant-Man
Olga something. Oh no, not that's sorry. That's
that's Olga Kurylenko. That's
she plays Taskmaster. Yeah, go ahead and look, and I'll look it up.
But the actress who plays Ghost, I always thought that she was amazing in Ant-Man and the Wasp, even though that movie is not very good. And the character was also really like rich with potential. So it was cool to see her come back in this too, and like have her, Yelena, and John Walker be sort of like the big three of this group, kind of like Cap, Iron Man, and Thor for the previous Avengers team.
Hannah John Kamen.
Hannah John Kamen.
Yeah, Hannah John Kamen.
Wonderful actress.
Whatever.
Like, yeah, she was really great as like the number 3 in this group. And yeah, so I loved all the actors. Yelena specifically. Like I felt like Florence Pugh.
Pew pew
Always
pew
great.
pew 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 pew.
Pew. Miss Flo if you're nasty.
Ooh.
But she actually jumped off of that building too.
Yeah,
In the opening scene. I was like, what? That was incredibly impressive. So I yeah, all props to the cast.
Way to mix in some Mission Impossible type stunts in this movie.
Right?
I'm a fan.
Y'all know that Florence Pugh was trying to risk her life as well.
Just saying. Heard that. Heard that.
Heard that.
Did you love how they introduced everybody sort of all at once while they were in that bunker?
Yeah, I thought it was like a pretty funny like plan that Valentina?
What's her name?
Valentina DeFontaine. Like I thought it was like a pretty silly plan that she had. It kind of reminded me of The Dark Knight, where like Joker has the plan where each person kills the other person in the
right, yeah.
But it was just like really sloppily done because like they all meet each other in the exact same room. But it made for a great fight scene, and it was a good way to like show everybody's power levels and their skills. And I guess at the end of the day, Val was gonna just incinerate them all, so it doesn't really matter if anybody really wins this fight.
Valentina Allegra DeFontaine. It's not fence, it's defense. You know what I mean? If you've seen the movie, you get that joke. Yeah, I
she was great too.
Oh yeah, it's funny. I'd been watching over the last few weeks a whole bunch of Seinfeld. So all I could think the whole time was like, damn, Elaine's fucking throwing down in this movie. Like, for real, dude.
Elaine. Yeah, she just keeps getting better. Like she's so talented.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had a fun time with them being introduced the way that they did. And I did like, it's not like just like, oh, you're here and you're here and you're here. And like they just like talk like they're actually, you're like, okay, like this is what this, in case you forgot, that's what this fool can do. That's what this fool can do. And this fool, it's like Pokemon. This fool does better against this type of Pokemon, and this fool does better against this type of Pokemon. And that's why. And it was cool. I was watching or listening to one of the YouTube channels, and they were talking about how they got matched up. So one matched up with the other one's weakness. And I was like, oh, this makes sense. Yeah. Each one sort of like, okay, for instance, US agent, right? He's sort of supposed to attack Yelena because she's sort of the smaller one. And if anybody could overpower her, it would be him, even though she's quicker. She would be quick enough to catch Ghost, even though Ghost can phase in and out. Yelena would be agile enough to be able to do it, is sort of the mindset.
Right.
Ghost, because she sort of phases, that's something Taskmaster can't do.
Right.
And Taskmaster would be able to emulate US Agent because she can emulate fight styles. So he wouldn't, because he's so inexperienced, he would only have one or two ways of fighting.
Right.
And that she'd catch on and beat the shit out of him. So I was like, oh, that absolutely makes sense when you think about it that way.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Especially, considering, Ghost is the one who does get the drop on Taskmaster. So like that little rock, paper, scissors rationale really works out.
Right. I loved it. I enjoyed all the characters in this. Each one kind of did their own thing. Even Sebastian Stan's Bucky. I enjoyed me some Bucky.
Yeah.
I love
Bucky Light.
It was Bucky Light, but it's not a Bucky movie.
It's not a Bucky movie.
It's a Thunderbolts movie. I even love every moment of Dave Harbour as Guardian. Gosh. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's funny because like with Yelena and Ghost, those are characters that I really liked, and I like their performances. I actually think Yelena is a way better Black Widow than Scarlett Johansson, in my personal opinion. I think she's leagues beyond her. And those are characters I wanted to see reintroduced. But Red Guardian, I was like, oh, he's just cool in Black Widow. I didn't know how much I wanted to see David Harbour, but he adds so much to this movie. He's like the backbone of this movie, like low key. He's like the emotional core of it because he really, like, drags the emotion out of
Right.
Yelena because she's got all these emotional walls built up.
Right.
But he's just like, he's so gung ho and headstrong. Like, I love how it just makes so much sense for his character, for all these comedic moments to come out very genuine, and also these emotional, sincere moments to come out.
But it makes sense. It's not forced, right? Like,
Yeah,
he is her like father in a way, right? The father figure. So if anybody knows how to sort of crack down those walls or like be, break a moment with comedy because he's just so genuine, it is that character. And I left the theater feeling like what are we doing with this Secret Invasion shit? Give me a Red Guardian TV show. Like, give me 6 episodes with some Guardian shit, like what he's doing. That might be interesting.
They would ruin it. Because Nick Fury is a cool character.
He's an amazing character. Yeah.
Secret Invasion is a cool story in the comic books. They just shat the bed on that.
Not now. It ain't. That shit is garbage.
Oh my gosh.
Garbaggio.
Poor R.I.P. to Emilia Clarke. She cannot be in a good sci-fi thing.
They ain't never give her no good roles, bro. They're like, ooh, you get to play this scroll who has all these powers. And she's like, ooh, that sounds cool. I was a mother of dragons. I get to be the mother of powers. And then they fuck it up. And everybody's go back to your dragons, lady.
Yeah, right. You get to be in the one that nobody likes. Congratulations.
We didn't like you in the last episode of Game of Thrones. We're not going to like you now. So bye.
Oh, poor girl.
But yeah, I liked how they introduced the characters that we got. Even Bob had some just genuine, I like Bob. I think we all need a Bob in our life.
Yeah. Yeah, Bob was great. Well, Will Pullman?
Lewis Pullman,
Lewis Pullman. Lewis Pullman. I was projecting Bill Pullman as dad, but no, he was really, really good. He's very empathetic actor. Like you can see a lot of his emotion on his face. And I found out after I watched the movie that apparently Steven Yeun was cast in the role before, but then he had to drop out for scheduling reasons. And then after that, I just couldn't help but I totally saw how they made this pivot, and it's crazy that they were able to get an actor who is also so empathetic, because Steven Yeun is really expression, has really great with his expressions on his face and getting a lot across without a whole lot of dialogue. Mm-hmm. And I was surprised, retrospectively, it's wow, they really got a good second choice. He really nailed it.
I mean, just think back to Nope. He didn't have a whole bunch of scenes and lines, but the things that he says with his tone and his face, and even in that one scene where Homeboy's trying to ask her the horse is back, and he doesn't say yes or no, but it's just sort of this something's up based on his face and his tone, but you're not sure exactly why he's not committing to anything. He's very expressionful. I love that. That's good. And I mean, it makes sense, right? Didn't the director and the screenwriter or the writers for this from Beef? So they had him in that show. It absolutely makes sense. And I think that they translated some of that, a little bit of that action and chase, sort of this rat chase and those elements from Beef sort of into here that translated really well. I've only seen snippets of it, but I'm I could see it.
I haven't seen Beef yet, but this makes me want to watch it. It's everybody, I mean, it won a bunch of awards and everybody says it's great. But now that I saw them make a Marvel movie, right. I might check it. I might. These guys might be talented.
It makes me think of Radio Silence. I saw Scream 5 and 6, and then I started watching a little bit of Ready or Not, and I was like, "Yep, I see it. I see the early elements of this." And I didn't finish it, but I'm like, I like this so far. I like what's going on here.
Oh yeah, Ready or Not's one of my faves. I actually just watched that a month ago.
Oh, nice. It's
still good.
I need to finish it. But I think we all are sort of in agreement with the characters, what we enjoy about them. Now, what about the plot? What'd you think about that? Sir Alex.
So the plot, I thought the plot was fine for the most part. There are some like things like toward the end in like the third act that I was like, okay, that just seems a little convenient. Also, there's a couple of things in the beginning that were just a little convenient. Like Red Guardian just happens to be the limo driver for Val. So I was like, okay, that's okay. But that's also just like silly action movie shit. Like it's not that big of a deal. It's not something that ruins a movie in any way. For the most part, I thought it was like really fun, well-paced movie, like really great dialogue, and it really, I was surprised by how much they hammered home like the mental health aspect of the movie, like how it was really just like everybody's dealing with like severe depression or like past trauma that they're dealing with, and it just like all is resolved with a group hug, which like definitely made me tear up. That at the end, like I was like, oh man, like they actually saved the world with a hug. Like, I love that shit in these kind of movies when there's not like, I love Doctor Strange ending because it doesn't end with him shooting a bunch of magic bolts at somebody. He actually has to outsmart the villain,
right?
So it's like it's better when it just doesn't end up in some big violent thing, or it's just like more interesting because we've seen that a million times. But I just really appreciated how that came together. It could have been corny, but it wasn't.
There's a way to do it, and Falcon and Hulk is not it. Falcon and Hulk is not how you do it. That's not how you do it. Like
that is not how you do it.
Yeah, like, oh no, like, remember your daughter, and he's like, oh yeah, let me shrink back. Oh yeah, right, remember my daughter.
God damn, I literally forgot that's how that happened. The fucking cherry blossoms. I went to go see that movie with my homie Morbid Zoo. Shout out to Morbid Zoo. And when we were watching that movie, like when it came up to the third act, and they were just like fighting, and you see like the cherry blossoms in the background. I turned over to Mariana. I was like, the cherry blossoms. we're gonna see an emotional moment in the cherry blossoms. This is where it's all gonna go down. Because oh my god, I could spend like 30 more minutes on.
Yeah, that's where you want to be when Jesus comes back, right? In the cherry blossoms. That's great. Fighting in the cherry blossoms. That's what you want to do.
I didn't hate that movie, but I did hate that scene. I
didn't like the ending. There were some parts where I was like, yeah, this makes sense, and the cohesiveness of the Marvel, whatever. But like, there's a way to do it, and the way I say my thoughts about the plot sort of they coincide with this, which is in that movie, right? He's just like, think about yourself and think about your daughter, and like, she want to see you like this, and he's just like, nah, you right. Let me transform back, and then in this, it's like the power of friendship, but it's not done cheesily, right? Like, you don't realize like he's beating the shit out of the like shadow figure. And you're like, well, yeah, why aren't they leaving this void place? Like he's beating him up.
Yeah.
And like one person hugs him, Yelena hugs him, and then everybody hugs him. And I turned to my buddy in that moment, and I was like, and obviously they come back to the real world, and I was just like, that's all he needed, huh? Was a hug. Huh. And that's the point of the movie. The point of the movie, sometimes we all just need a hug.
Sometimes we all just need a hug.
Like, that's it. Like, that's the point of it, right? I mean, I get it's the power of friendship and the power of pulling you out of a lonely place. I thought that was a powerful message. We are back from a real quick commercial break. It was a little abrupt, but we are joined by the one and only second half of the Drunk Banthas, Bill I.M., aka Bill. Hey. What's happening? Hey. Hi.
I'm just plugging back up the computer. How y'all doing, man? Where y'all at? What y'all been saying?
Yeah, we're gonna run through these questions with you real quick. The same ones we
pepper me. Peppered.
You're gonna get peppered. I'm gonna call you steak because you're getting peppered.
Yeah.
Right. So first question is
blackened chicken in this bitch.
If you were in an elevator with somebody, what is your elevator pitch for this movie to them? If they said, "Hey, you think I should go see this movie? What'd you think about this movie?" You got a few floors to let them know what the business is. What are you telling them?
You want to go see this movie if you chose not to watch Ant-Man, Black Widow. Maybe you said fuck Secret Wars. I'm not fucking with that.
We
you
talked
didn't
about
want to
that.
watch Hawkeye. He said, I'm good. If you said that to those, and Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, if you decided not to go see Captain America, all of this is a perfect thing to go see. This is the perfect movie for you. Because I'm telling you, you don't need to see none of that stuff. And they definitely explain all of those movies in this movie. So this is the one you need to see. You get caught up on everything before Fantastic Four comes out. I'll see y'all later. And yes, that was me who farted.
Elevator doors close. End scene.
It was me.
As the elevator doors close, he's like, no. The next question we answered. I'd love your answer is, what did you think about the characters of this movie? How they were brought in, how they explored them. What did you think about it, Bill?
Fine ass ladies, explosions. What was that? What was the question?
I was just talking about my favorite things.
The characters. I mean, these are the characters that we've already. I mean, look, for me as a person who's literally watched all of these properties that that reference or lead into this movie. Except Captain America. Didn't see Captain America. I ain't go see Nigga Bird. My bad. But is it streaming yet? Shit.
I think it is, actually.
I think it is, actually. Yeah.
On Disney?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus now.
All right. Maybe I'll watch that then. I paid for that. So, yeah, I'll watch it.
Why not?
So, yeah, the characters, I mean, they already are established. So, I didn't really too much care about them. So, there's only really one character in this movie to me because we didn't get anything really more from what's her name? Fontaine.
Yeah.
Valentina DeFontaine.
Vic Damone.
Vic Damone Jr. Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't really gotten that much from her and the properties that she's been in. Mm-hmm. And then when we get in this, so we already really know her though. Like, we're not getting anything really more in this than we did in all of them put together, right? So there's only one character in this movie, and it's Bunk. Congressman Gary. No. In all seriousness, there's only one character in this movie, and it's
Bob. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, Bob. I was just gonna say Bob.
My guy, Bob. It's my guy, Bob. He's the only character really in this movie, in my opinion. They introduced him well, and if you look at it just like that, like, you probably are going to say this is a great movie if you're just looking at it from the perspective of like, oh, we got this new character that they introduced, and it was almost seamless, and something that they didn't ruin with
the previews.
Fucking previews.
Yeah. I had no idea about Bob. Yeah. Also, let's talk about this real quick. We didn't talk about this is a new question for all of us. What did we think about Century? I had no idea about this character. I didn't read the comics or anything like that.
The Century, right?
But he's like Superman with telekinetic powers. Like, it's insane. Like, it's the most insane shit I've ever seen in my life.
Telekinesis and telekinetic and
all kind of telecommunications.
Transformation. Yeah. He's got telecommunications. He's got a couple of degrees.
Yeah,
he's got a doctorate.
I'm only peripherally familiar with Sentry as a comic book character. Like, I heard that he was a cool character, and I read the Wikipedia about him years ago on like the reference of a friend. And his storyline in the comic books is like really dope and like really long and rich. Like, I can see them making an Invincible type of show about Sentry, but I get why they didn't do that in this movie. Like, and that's most MCU. Like, they do a good job of adapting these storylines that go on for like 20-50 years and like compacting it into like 2.5 hour movie. So I wasn't mad at that, and I thought he was a really cool character, just like Bob as himself. Like he's just like one of the more, like, as I mentioned, that Red Guardian is kind of like the emotional core of the movie because of how he just like motivates, he's like so optimistic, and he drives the emotion in that way. Bob drives the emotion in a different way, where it's just like he really makes you look at the depression and sadness that all these characters are dealing with, and like he's like just sort of the core of that. And at the end of the movie, he becomes like the peril of everybody.
Is Alexei depressed though? He seemed like he's not depressed. Immediately, once he got some people around him, he not depressed no more. All his problems were gone.
Yeah, he wanted friends. He just wanted friends.
He just wanted somebody to talk to.
Which is like kind of one of the core themes of the movie.
But
like,
also he had people to talk to because he was doing very well with his business.
He was like, you could tell like how sad he was sitting there with like empty vodka bottles in his boxers with fucking crumbs all over him. And then he sees his daughter and he's elated. He's a completely different character.
It's called My Tuesday.
I loved it.
Yeah.
My favorite line probably in the whole movie is, "I'm going to contact you're going to get a negative review from me. I'm going to contact DoorDash headquarters." Like, so he go contact DoorDash headquarters.
The DoorDash subordinates. Yeah, I think is what he said. Something like that.
He said HQ, I think. I just walked out of the movie, so I'm not positive, but that, that's at the beginning of the fucking movie. But anyway, a lot of say I'm not positive that's my favorite line so far, but
it's funny. It's funny. Red Guardian has a lot of funny moments. Yeah, I did think that there was a lot going on with the bad guyness. It wasn't just bad guy. It wasn't just like, and again, I love him too. Who I'm about to say, Homelander. It wasn't just some like this Homelander, like demented, sort of twisted character that just wants to like, doesn't give a shit, knows he's a god, like doesn't care, isn't afraid to show off the powers. Like Sentry's sort of like, when he's in Sentry mode, is sort of like, yeah, I'm this, but also like, do I really need to like do much? I kind of just want to play Nintendo. Like, I don't really want to. I can already beat him. Like,
it's like what her name? Well, Black Widow. That's her name now. It's kind of like she said, "What was up with the super emo motherfucking shit? Like, what was up with that, dog? You super emoed on us, dog. Hair was all to the side, black, all black. Like, we can't even see your eyes. Cuz. Come on, bro."
That's what happened. You turn into the void after you listen to Fall Out Boy, Green Day,
My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Blink 182.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's Blink. Yeah, that's Blink 182. Oh man, I could just keep naming emo bands.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Did somebody say that
one? when that's probably how they transformed him. Like, right? Like they just they didn't dye his hair. They just played a whole bunch of emo music on Spotify. And he's just like. He's just like nodding like that. They
actually had Jared Leto come in and do the stunt double. So he was actually essentially.
There's no makeup involved when he turned.
No, he just didn't take a bath for a couple of days. Came out looking like that.
But yeah, I liked all the elements about it, and I liked the power transformation too. Once they kill switched him, and then like he transformed to the void. Also, would have loved more about this kill switch. Like, what is this about? Is this in his brain? Is this in his? Is this in his back? Like, is this a chip? Is this a chemical? Like, what exactly is this? How does it work? I want more answers. Does it only work once? Yeah, I get no answers.
You will get none. Because that was, I was waiting on that as well. I mean, it just goes to speak to the predictable nature of this movie. I did not like how when we meet Bob, I'm like, oh, Bob is a weapon. Bob, because they hit the button on one of those cases, then Bob pops out. I'm like, hell no. Don't nobody just be locked up in no case.
You're just waiting for him to
and you alive, my nigga. You alive? No.
Yeah,
so
that's not
let him out. I'm like, so he the nigga. Okay, cool. But then they started talking, and I'm like, oh, so now I know how this ends. Because he gonna be invincible, and she gonna have to talk to him. Like, oh, here it comes. She'll have to talk to him. He'll be like, Eeyore,
yeah,
it's okay. I'm gonna be just fine. I'll just sit out here in the rain all alone by myself with no one to talk to.
Nobody loves me. Yeah.
Like, damn, my nigga, calm. I was like, here it is.
Yeah.
That was upsetting.
And the next question for you, Bill, that we answered was, what did you think about the plot of this movie from start to finish? Did it work? What questions did you have?
It was kind of disappointing that I figured it out at the beginning.
Okay.
So that was kind of, and then, but I did like how Bucky kind of is like, all right, y'all fixing to help me then, blah, blah, blah. But then, it seems like he's kind of leading them, and then they kind of just drop off of that, which I feel like they should have done more with that. Like Bucky getting them together, and Alexei kind of being like he think he the boss too. Like,
right,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
we're the cool boss. We're doing this together.
Right, you're cool boss. I cool boss. You bad boss. You good cop, bad cop. We do this together.
We're basically the same. Yeah, we have 3 super soldiers on this team.
So why not act like it? That's my thing. They're soldiers. They're a team. They're at least pretending to be a team. Kind of build on that in a way, like kind of, for the next movie, which they obviously are going to do. My question for y'all is, do you think that these guys are going to be the new Avengers, or are they going to be just the Thunderbolts next time they come back?
That's going to go into my next question. Like, how's this going to roll in realistically? Not like what, some hyper fandom wants based on the comics and whatever, but like realistically, how does this fold? How do you fold these eggs into the cake batter that is the Avengers
come together?
Yeah, like butt cheeks.
Butt cheeks.
Like butt cheeks. Well, first of all, I feel like Captain America, Sam Wilson, he's on some nigga bird. He's on some old Drake shit. Like, you suing people over Avengers name, my nigga? Like,
no, he didn't sue nobody. He didn't sue nobody.
Oh, sorry.
He trademarked.
Copyright
the name.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Well, look, they got the tower. So he looking at it like, hey,
I gotta hold on to something.
All I've got is this boat down here in New Orleans. No, he's the only person from New Orleans who go Nolans. Every fucking time he does an interview, he's the fucking Juvenile is from the fucking projects. Even Master P say New Orleans. Yeah. Now he sound weird saying it because he just sound weird. But you walk around talking like this all day, and then when you want to say New Orleans, it got to come out Nolans. So get him out of here. All he got is a boat. So he needed the name. And we established in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, he ain't got no money.
Yeah. Yeah, he's broke.
He broke. That's why Bucky became a politician. Said, man, we got to get some money.
Yeah, somebody need to make money in this household, and it ain't gonna be y'all, I guess.
Ooh, are they just like roommates? Because he said he talked to him. Do you think that is there a world where Bucky and Nigga Bird are roommates, and he's just mad? Wilson's just mad at Bucky because he moved out and moved into the tower, and then they named him Avengers on TV, and it's just like, hey, bro, no, I trademarked the name, cuz. So no, you can't have it. And I would urge you to join us, Bucky. I would think you would feel the same.
And somebody came up to Sam Wilson is like, hey man, I heard Bucky just moved out. Y'all okay? And he had to be the salty one. He like, nah, bro. He fell off, bro. Like he ain't. Nah,
nah man.
we going through some shit right now, bro. Nah, homeboy fell off, man.
Yeah,
I just saw Bucky yesterday. He said you were cool. Nah, man, you full of shit, bro.
he ain't even called
Like
me.
that no more.
He ain't even called me. He said y'all talked yesterday, but he didn't call me.
He didn't call me, but he didn't call me today.
He
Yeah.
called me. I called
had to
him.
call him.
I had to ask him for somebody's number, so I had to call him.
But yeah, how does this fold? How do the Avengers, these new Avengers, right? How do they fold into what we currently know of is sort of this like fallen order of Avengers?
What I'm hoping is that they not the new Avengers. I'm hoping that they are the Thunderbolts still, and we get these Avengers that's coming. The new Avengers is a movie that's coming, right? I think the new Avengers are going to be these kids that they bringing in, plus maybe what we have already. But I don't see a world where the agent can be an Avenger. I just don't see it. Well, he was an anti-hero in the comics. He went back and forth, but I just don't see a world where they would do that. But maybe they're just like, hey, he makes
Alex,
numbers.
What do you think about the fold?
Yeah, I think that it'll be. I mean, yeah, I hope that it is just going to be like we get like maybe a new Avengers movie where we get another adventure with these characters, and then it just like they go back to being the Thunderbolts and we get like the real Avengers. Because what I'm really not looking forward to, like I really hope they don't dig into, is a fucking litigation battle for the Avengers name. I hope there's not like some sort of civil war between the Avengers. Like I don't want to see a Civil War 2. With like with the new Avengers and like whatever team Cap wants.
Didn't
to
they
together.
do 2 Civil Wars though in the comics?
They did. Captain Marvel versus Iron Man. I didn't read that one, but
me either.
Yeah, like I just hope they don't go down that route. I hope that we just get like a couple more adventures with
I want
these guys
now they just said
as Avengers in name. And then like once the big interdimensional threat comes around, then they have to, I don't know, we have to pivot to the big Avengers team, or maybe they all come together.
I think they do come together. I think they meet each other. They have a little bit of an argument, maybe a small tussle, 1 or 2 or 3 of them, nothing crazy. It's not a Civil War thing where they're fighting at an abandoned airport or whatever. But I do think that they eventually are like, all right, man, well, we're not strong enough, but we're pretty clever. And we've done, people kind of think we're okay, I guess. So like, maybe we could just like team up with y'all. Like y'all got powers and shit. Y'all doing powerful things. Like
power things.
Yeah, y'all doing power things. Or like they need.
Oh no!
Or the Avengers will need them to run some sort of recon mission that maybe they can't because eyeballs are on them. I don't know, but it's going to be something where they're going to have to make use of them, maybe gain a little bit of trust, and then get folded into like, all right, you guys. It's going to be one of those things. It's like when your little brother kind of wants to like play, and you're like, all right, man. I guess, bro, you just don't tell mom like that. We've fucking shit up over here. So it's going to be, I think they're going to kind of the older Avengers, whether it be, and it's tough, right? This is a tough lineup that we have because we literally have Sam Wilson. We have Captain Marvel. Let's not consider Mexican Falcon. He a new one. They not like us, right? No new friends.
No new friends.
And Shang-Chi, like he kind of knew, like nobody really knows. Like he didn't fight the last one, right? We know Homeboy's still on Earth from Guardians. Like they'll probably call him up, dial him up, be like, "Hey, remember that time you came and saved the world? Let's do it again."
Right. Fantastic Feezy.
We get the Fantastic Four. We get what's her name? Homegirl, who's the new Black Panther, right? Because they know that she can fight. And then who else? Like
Iron Girl.
She's still kind of new, so I think she would be folded, but still be in the new.
She's gonna be in. She's got a show. I don't know if the rest of the fucking world knows it, but she actually has a show coming out, despite that Disney has not promoted it at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't be watching trailers, but I haven't even heard about it.
Black Gay Comic Book Geek pointed out very astutely that we didn't see nothing but Agatha all along stuff for about a year and a half before the show came out. And here we are with, about a month away from the show coming out, and you ain't heard nothing about it?
Nothing.
I don't know nothing
Very
about
strange.
this. So until
I don't
further
know why
notice,
that would happen. Couldn't imagine why it would happen or why.
until
it would be.
further notice, I don't know. But
And
also,
Ta-Nehisi Coates, not Ta-Nehisi Coates. Ryan Coogler is the executive producer on the show. So you think with Sinners doing as well as it's doing, you'd think that they would be jumping all over that. But I don't know why they would have a reason to do that.
well, I don't know. That sounds crazy to me. And then we still have Doctor Strange out there. We still have the Hulk out there.
Is he
strange? Yeah,
I thought he was on Charlize Theron.
Yeah, he's exploring some shit.
That ended, but
yeah.
See, that's the thing is with those movies, do we know those things? That happened like 6 years ago. Right. Do we know those things? Because those things might not be known. There's kids that are watching this shit right now. They went to the movies this past weekend to watch this movie, and they don't ever seen none of those things that you just said. They ain't never seen none of them movies. Yeah. Because it'll be it's about 6 years since all the movies you just and TV shows.
Then we still have Thor hanging out somewhere. I don't know what he's doing, right? Right. He's an OG.
We got She-Hulk and Hulk hanging out somewhere. He drinking Mai Tais in the backyard with the Hulk son.
They are hanging out at the cookout. They were invited apparently, and then
got Daredevil out there. Somewhere,
Spider-Man somewhere. What's he doing?
Want to mention
large
that
roster out there. But I do like the idea that not everybody can be an Avenger. Like not everybody who's
Spider-Man shouldn't be an Avenger. He wasn't really an Avenger. He was he literally said it in the comics. He was an Avenger on call. So if they need me, aha. But I'm down here taking care of the street stuff.
Right.
That's
how it should be.
And did they say Oscorp? Did they say Oscorp in this?
No. I was a company called Onyx Corp or something like that because it was sort of alluded to that in the comic books that would have been Oscorp, but I think they changed it because they don't have full ownership still of the Spider-Man properties, so they wouldn't introduce the Oscorps that's still owned by Sony.
But they Sony movie,
right? So they kind of made a company
that said Oscorp. That's Oscorp. That's it's crazy.
But I do think that's how it gets folded. Whatever team that they want to bring from the OGs, they sort of adopt these guys as sort of like a tactile team, the SWAT team of them, and then these guys are gonna do some stuff, and then we'll probably see if we're gonna see people die. It's gonna be somebody from this team.
How many people were in the Avengers before?
Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Cap, and
Wanda,
Black Widow. 5.
Wanda.
I thought we were just talking about the first 5.
Just all of them.
Vision,
Wanda,
Hulk. Yeah. Oh, you said Hulk already.
Vision, Wanda, Hulk. Okay.
Yeah.
Get your hand
Cap, Iron, Black Panther, Spider-Man.
Okay, so
Doctor Strange.
No. Hold on. I'm talking about who was actually an Avenger now. Doctor Strange wasn't an Avenger. He was just there. He was just in Endgame. He wasn't an Avenger. He might have to redo the list. Y'all were doing that. I was trying to fix this effing camera. I wasn't listening to the list.
Let's count the list. Yeah, we got Cap, Black Panther,
Black Widow. Well, hold on. Black Panther is not an Avenger. He wasn't even in an Avengers movie, really. Oh yeah, he was in Endgame, but no, he's not an Avenger. He was in he was in Civil War, and that's really it. He's not an Avenger. So let's start with.
Well, I'll say, I think the only ones that can really count as Avengers are the 5.
That's what I'm saying. Let's start from the beginning.
I'm saying it's just the 5.
So Black Widow. Let's start from the beginning. Black Widow,
Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, and Hulk.
And Hawkeye fought in the first one.
Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, Hawkeye.
Because we got to add the ones that actually got added. So Hawkeye, Captain Marvel, because she actually was with them during the snap.
Scarlet Witch got folded in there.
Wanda and Vision were there. So that's 8. and I think that's it.
Yeah.
Oh no, and War Machine.
Oh yeah, War Machine.
So
and Falcon fought in there.
we included him. We
Okay,
included him.
okay,
We included him.
You
10.
might be able to say Spider-Man since Iron Man said
On call.
Well, he said, "Yeah, congratulations, you're an Avenger."
Yeah, but he's on call, and even more so in real life, he's on call because they don't own the whole property.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this thing just keep on happening. But yeah, it's gonna skip again because I'm gonna have to do this. But yeah, so 10 people. So now we got to do the new Avengers. We got pick 10
What are
people.
where are we placing Guardians at?
Yeah, I don't think that they're Avengers. They're like their own. They're like the Avengers of the sky.
You could Rocket as an Avenger because he was on Earth for however many years, and he was working as an Avenger. So you could include Rocket as an Avenger, but I don't think we have anyone else that we
Nebula also, because she was also there during that time.
Oh yeah. During that time,
She was there after the snap. Yeah.
So let's just include those 8. I mean those 13.
It's deep roster.
So if we say that there can be 13 more, then we got definitely a chance of, like what y'all were saying, or all of us were saying, a fusion of teams coming together, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people here.
Yeah, well, 5 because one of them got killed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the idea of it being, like it was in that first Avengers movie where they had the famous spin around scene where we got the core. No, it's core 6.
Core 6. Yeah.
I keep forgetting about Hawkeye, but I guess just one less because one of these guys got fucking killed. But I like having a small group. Avengers a lot like the X-Men in the comics. When the roster gets really deep, it gets like a little overwhelming.
Well, if we took off some of the ones that just add-ons, like except for Wanda and Vision, we're looking at 8.
Oh yeah.
So, which is still kind of it's a small enough group.
Small enough group, under 10.
Yeah. So who are we putting in the new group?
If I'm choosing my core 5 for the new Avengers, core 8.
You get 8.
So I'd go. I guess we have to have Nigga Bird because he's Cap.
He's real Captain America.
Gotta have real Captain America. Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Shang-Chi. Sean for his friend.
Shang-Chi. Doctor Strange.
DS becoming a real member.
She-Hulk.
She.
And Captain Marvel whenever she decides to come back.
See, I don't think they're gonna bring Captain Marvel. Oh, you know what?
Actually, you know what? I take Captain Marvel back and I put Black Panther. Shuri.
Only reason I say they won't bring back Captain Marvel is because they hate women and they hate Brie Larson, and I'm not saying she won't come back to be in the movies. I'm just talking about as an Avenger, and the main reason is that she's just Omega powered.
Yeah,
there's no one that can stop her on Earth, so she really needs to be in space and hold down the galactic end of the Marvel world while we introduce the Silver Surfers and all that, which is too soon to be introducing the Silver Surfer, mind you. Just want to put that out there. It's too soon. Too motherfucking soon. But yeah. John
which leads to this all leads to the conversation as we sort of round out the movie itself, is the closing credits where we are introduced into this universe. The Fantastic Four. They are coming. Michael
Giacchino in his fucking bag.
Whoa. Yo. Hold on. What you did sound like, hold on. I don't know what that was. I must not have heard this song because I thought he was orgasming over there.
I know that couldn't have been the case because I always do that with one eye closed.
I can definitely see out of both eyes at the time.
A lot of percolating.
But yeah, they are bringing them into this universe to mesh with these characters specifically. and it all now kind of boils down to the question: we see them, they're here. What the hell are they doing here? Right? Did their planet explode, or did they go? Did they go intergalactic surfing and been like, nah, sick of this Earth. Let's see what's out there, buddies.
I don't want to ruin it because I know what happens, so I don't want.
Okay, well, don't ruin it then. Don't tell.
But it's not like it's out there, but I know what happens.
Right.
So I don't want to ruin it.
Alex, your thoughts then? It boils down to you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what could happen. I haven't watched the trailers for the Fantastic Four movie. I heard a bunch of stuff. Sounds really
I haven't watched
exciting.
Either.
Yeah, I'm excited to see like them enter into the MCU and I like that it's like through some like that they explained that it's an alternate dimension, like they didn't just like come from space or another planet. Like I like that they're apparently coming from some like retro futuristic world and popping into our space. And I'm curious to see what they're running from, because like they have to be running from something. So it makes me even more excited about the new Fantastic Four movie, because it sounds like it's going to be nuts.
Yeah,
I know for a fact that in the comic book, they end up first adventure that they have, first comic that they have, they end up accidentally he's accidentally doing some shit. He's supposed to be the smartest man alive, but okay, always messing up something. Accidentally sends them back into time, in which they meet the Egyptians, the original Egyptians, and they meet Kang, who was the first pharaoh. And so they have to fight Kang, blah, blah, blah. They end up getting back home. Now, like I said, I don't want to speculate anything else. I just want to get, but I'm because I don't want to give away what I believe is going to happen, and when I believe things are going to happen, they usually happen, and I hate it when that happens to me. So I don't want to ruin it for y'all. But yeah, like I think a lot of these plots are changing or have changed because of the Jonathan Majors situation. So there's a lot of things that I think that we're getting that probably we weren't going to get before, due to the
incident.
Yeah.
Incident.
The incident.
Yeah.
The exit.
But I do think Jonathan Majors is coming back at some point.
Ooh.
So, there's that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That scuttlebutt's out there, is what I'm saying.
I would like to see that.
Yeah. I'd like to see Doom just beat up Kang and then be like, all right, this is why this happened. You're like, yeah, all right, makes sense.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we're moving on. So those are all of our thoughts on the Fantastic Four as they fold into this team and how this team folds into the bigger MCU, which, as we have to remember, ladies and gentlemen out there in podcast land, they will probably be fighting the X-Men at some point, who are in an alternative dimension. And this is why we are going to need so many Avengers, because there's a lot of X-Men and there's a lot of people with superpowers in that realm. So you're going to need some major firepower if you're going to go up against these guys. So it absolutely makes sense as we're sort of piling on the names, the team, why there's so many. You just made a big face, and I like this. What's going on?
All right, this is one thing that I will say that I think could happen. Not like I just seen of alternate universe, of which, because Dr. Doom is the villain. I believe that they're going to do the alternate universe shit as far as the villain goes, because we're going to we have Photon. Anyway, whatever her name is, she definitely went to the X-Men 97
universe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm thinking that.
Let's do it real quick.
Doctor.
We're changing the background. We're gonna do it. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. 1, 2.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the only way to stop powerful as Dr. Doom would have to have been to travel across dimensions, to fuck up different groups of superheroes? Well, the only person who can change that is Kang.
Ooh.
It's Kang. Kang the Conqueror. And that's when we get Jonathan Majors back. Boom.
Could be interesting.
And maybe we'll get a scene like this.
Mr. President, thanks.
If only we'd be so lucky.
Oh
huh?
man, oh god. From your mouth to God's ears.
As we sort of round out the plot, the characters, our sort of initial thoughts, our thoughts on how this folds, we have to ask the question: Who
Does it?
wait,
Oh,
does it? No,
oh,
now, does it hold up?
Ooh.
But who is y'all's M to the V to the capital or lowercase, depending on how you're spelling it? P. Who is your MVP? Bill, I am. Let's start with you, sir.
It's a bad one to start with. The hamster.
Ooh.
Hamster for 300, Bob. Or Alec. 300. Alec, go ahead.
For me,
This movie
It's
has
prob-
no MVP for me, by the way.
Ooh.
that's what I figured
Yes.
since you gave it.
There's
the
no
hamster.
there's no performances in here that were incredible. But go ahead.
Okay. My opinion is very different. I thought everybody's performance was great. Especially I liked Lewis Pullman as Bob a lot, but my MVP is Yelena. I thought that she really hammered it home. I mentioned it earlier. She's way better Black Widow than Scarlett Johansson, and I thought that she was just like
That's
landed
blasphemy, obviously.
she landed the funny moments. She landed the really dramatic moments. Like she just has so much. Like her character is so rich, and she was able to nail all of like the emotional action and comedic beats throughout this whole movie. Like she fucking rocked.
I actually definitely got tired of her in this. She like there's too much corn. I don't need all that cornball shit. It actually made this movie less serious and bogged it down into dialogue that did not matter or provide anything for the
Well,
story.
stay out of the vegetable aisle, my friend, and don't look at any more corn. How about that?
Yeah, it's, not good corn, not popcorn, like corn kernels, not cornbread. Okay.
That's what I was talking about, the fresh vegetable aisle where they got the corn on the husk. Just stay away from that shit. Yeah, Yelena. I was gonna kind of go with Yelena at first, and I was like, I think if Alex goes Yelena, there's only one other way this has to go, and that's Dave Harbour as freaking the Red Guardian. For me, that was my MVP. He was a good jolt of energy throughout. It was an adrenaline shot throughout the movie. Continuously when he was in there, every scene he's in, you're like, give me a little bit more of that. I want a little bit more of that. He's just so positive, and he's so just sort of delusional and in his own world. And he's looking back at old school tapes of him in Soviet Russia being like, those are the glory days, like that's when I was at my peak. It's like Uncle Rico when he's watching his old football his old football tapes. He's like, I bet you I could throw a football over the mountains right there. Like, I bet you like Red Guardian says stuff like that sometimes.
Yeah.
He gets real drunk on vodka and he's like, I bet you I could throw a shield over that mountain right there.
See, but that's exactly why we didn't need Yelena's kind of dialogue. Like that got old because we already got that. We got that from a bigger, better version of what she's doing from him. Alexi was killing it in this one. So I don't need no extra. It can only be one comic relief. Can't be 4 comic reliefs, 3 comic reliefs.
I do think it was different comedy coming from different people. I will say, like, there were cohesive bits, right? Like the whole when they were all tied up and they're like, Bob, right? They're like, and he's like, freaking Bucky's like, Bob, and then he gets on the phone call and he's like, and she's like, you gotta come, this Bob guy, and he's like, Bob, and they're like, Bob, and people in the theater legitimately laughed, and I was like, yeah, it's a funny moment.
Nobody laughed at anything in my theater.
Yeah, I don't know why you're
Nobody
going to the
laughed.
theaters where people ain't laughing, but I went to a happy theater where people enjoyed the comedy of this movie, and it made me enjoy it a little bit more because I felt like I wasn't laughing in solidarity to a joke that maybe wasn't funny, like I did during.
Well,
Thor.
that Bob thing didn't get started by them. It was foreshadowed by Bob. Bob was the one saying Bob a lot. That's why they got tired of him saying Bob, and which then foreshadowed.
That's a setup. It's a setup bit, and I
foreshadowing.
I love
foreshadowing. But I'm just saying that didn't have nothing to do with the team, really, and also that didn't have nothing to do with individual different comedy. That's the same comedy from every single one of them.
I think you're nitpicking the moment.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get y'all to tell me something that actual some substance, because that one that you just said. See, I'm not nitpicking, but what you just said was they had individual, and if you want to provide some individual examples, I'm good with that. But that one was all of them.
Well, I was gonna say, I was gonna say shout outs to like John Walker. I did really like his character because he is like such an asshole. And like he's not likable at all, and like in that sense, like especially the core like three, Yelena, Ghost, and John. Like I like the way that they bounce off of each other because John is very different from Ghost and Yelena. Like he's just like very much that jock bro person who's like they're just like, all right, yeah, we get it, man. We're in the military, and I like
you played football, yeah.
So I like their dynamic together a lot.
It felt very like if Breakfast Club had a like if they were somehow superheroes, this kind of like anti-heroes, superheroes, this kind of feels like very Breakfast Clubby. Like, oh, we're all together in detention, y'all. Are we gonna be friends, or are we gonna make the best of it? Are we gonna write a letter at the end? Who knows? You know?
Are we gonna kill each other? Who knows? Yeah.
Who knows? Somebody's gonna kill us. Who knows?
And they all come from these different worlds. I enjoy that. But again, back to my MVP, Red Guardian. I thought again he stole a lot of moments. He made a lot of moments better for me. It made me enjoy it. Made me want. Let's not do it. Right. This is just the excitement in me. But like TV show, we could do TV show for it, but let's not do it. But I'm just saying I'd love to see more exploration of that character. No, we talked about this. You weren't here, Billy. It's a bad idea. Very bad idea.
Terrible idea.
But I just want
prisoner
more
of the moment type situation. I feel like y'all had a prisoner of the moment podcast before I got on here because I was in the movie theater taking notes and like, yeah, too much exposition, way too much exposition in the first act. Like the whole them fighting each other scene at the beginning was just everybody explains their exact thing that they did in the shitty TV show and shitty movie that they did before.
But you like you said, you don't have to watch it to enjoy that.
No, that was sarcasm, meaning you don't have to enjoy, you don't have to have watched any of the other shows because they're gonna tell you every single thing that happened in about 25-35 seconds. So you don't have to, like, all you YouTubers who spend a good deal of your time breaking down film and movies and then explaining how to catch up from this, and your shit was an hour long or 40 minutes or 30 minutes. Nigga, they did it in 30 seconds. Get your shit together. Do better, YouTubers, because your shit was 25 minutes and they shit was 25 seconds. But yeah, that to me, that's what we all sit and criticize other movies for. And they did it to death in this movie, and they did it all the way up until the beginning, middle of the second act. And I was like, yo, okay, dog, this is a bit much.
Well, we had different opinions before you came on the podcast, and you can tune in to that portion where we were talking about it when this episode comes out, because we definitely enjoyed the fight scene. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed
the fight scene. I didn't enjoy the dialogue. Which
okay.
A big part of a movie is dialogue. So it was actually the dialogue that fucked me up in this movie, because I don't need her to give me the same shit that Alexi's giving me. Like, I just don't need an extra character like that. It's like having Johnny Storm and Spider-Man in the same group. Like,
well, I mean, they have 4 characters
who
punch and shoot and have depression. There's a lot of them are the same.
No. The dialogue. You're talking about the action. I'm talking about the dialogue. Take away all the action, y'all. Let's just take away all of that. I'm talking about the dialogue, y'all.
I mean, I already expressed that I think that they have different voices, but to each their own.
Yeah, it's a perspective, opinion show, and we all have our own perspectives and opinions. We do not have to agree, but
we don't. But y'all gonna stop trying to tell me. Y'all gonna stop trying to tell me how I felt about it. Though.
I'm not trying to tell you how you felt.
You gonna stop trying to tell me?
Nope. I'm not gonna do that.
Because I very much so just saw it. Literally just saw it. So I have fresh ears, fresh eyes on it.
I mean, I still came away with it. I watched it a Saturday. We're recording this on a Wednesday evening. I still have very good memories about a lot of the parts I liked, and definitely discuss the parts that I didn't like. And go ahead. Real
quick. There was one thing that I did want to mention, like a nitpick, and I wore this Doom Patrol shirt so I could remember, because there's a trope that they do a lot in mainly TV shows about like comic book stuff. And they do it a lot in comics as well, where you have to go into somebody's mind palace to like battle their demons in like this metaphorical, trippy way where you see a lot of fucked up shit. And they did an episode of Doom Patrol where it just like turned out pretty much beat for beat exactly like this. And they did an episode of Teen Titans. Yeah, they do that kind of shit all the time. they
did it in the Young Justice.
Yeah, they did it in Doctor Strange when frickin' Homegirl goes in and kills Xavier. Like, that was a little
that's right.
mental doom palace place.
WandaVision that's all WandaVision is.
So I thought that was like that was a kind of a tired trope, but like I mentioned before, I did like the way that it ended.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Beetlejuice.
I'm just thinking of them now as you said it. I'm just thinking of all of them.
Yeah, it happens all the time. But yeah, like though I didn't like, I wasn't a fan how like they just use this trope. I was like, okay, it's kind of eye rolly. I did like how it ended in an emotional catharsis or emotional climax rather than just having it be like we gotta beat the shit out of them. Like I like the way that ended in the component.
And to add to the trope, it's kind of like X-Men 2 when Xavier has to go into whatever that kid's name who has different colored eyes and he's in the wheelchair. Right. He has to go into his mind and like get all beat up and janked up to finally get to the end and be like, hey, can you stop, bro? Like, you're hurting people, dude. And he's like, nah, yeah, all right.
Oh, you're right. Okay. It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
That's a whole movie about that. Okay, that's the last.
I guess that's why that shit didn't resonate with me, because I was just like, I know how this is going to end. This is the first act. I know we're gonna have that moment because she done woke up getting her finger touched and she went into. Damn, I know how this is gonna happen now. This sucks. Like, I can't really fuck with this movie, as you know, it got A- out of the gate, right? It got a B, boom, because that touch thing fucked me up, because I really did know what was gonna happen after that. And then I was like, maybe they'll change it up a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, change it up to where but no. It hit and landed the exact same way, the same way that Beetlejuice ended. Same.
It's kind of the nature of like you watch a lot of movies. Like see a trope, like even with that trope that I saw, it's like there are things about movies that can like sort of irritate me, and it's like that are very predictable. But even if it's predictable, it's not necessarily like bad, or like it doesn't knock it down a letter grade for me. Personally, just because it's like, all right, it's because it's really, really hard to be fucking original. We've been doing this shit for like 200 years.
I'm gonna give it that Siskel, and Sinners just blew that whole theory out of the water. I'm gonna give it that Siskel rating, which it's a good movie. It'll make you laugh. You'll have fun. You might cry, but it's corny, and I could have done without it. Next movie.
Let's before we get out of here, let's all give our rating on a scale of 5. Alex, we'll start with you. What are you putting this as? Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 3.5.
What?
That's him. You can give what you want to.
No, I'm just saying, The way I just heard you, I don't know what you said before I got on, but everything you just said was not a 3.5. I thought you were gonna give it a 4.5 or a 4 at least.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I liked it, but I didn't love it.
He did say that. He did say that when we started. That was at the beginning, actually. Yeah, I can.
Well,
I
if
can
you're gonna give it a 3.5, I'm gonna have to give it a 2.
All right.
I'm gonna have to give it 2 because 3.5. What is that out of 5? That's not a good. That's not. I don't think that's passing grade. I think you got to go to summer school after you get a 3.5. We'll go with a 2.
I'm gonna give
Maybe
it a 3.75. I wanted to give it a 3.7. I didn't want to quite give it a 3.75. 3.75. Yeah. That's what we're going.
That's solid. Yeah, I might say 3.7 too, because the way I simplified it in my mind for the sorry, god damn it, the way I simplified it in my mind for the 5-star rating is 5 is I loved it, 4 is I liked it, 3 is I didn't hate it, 2 I didn't like it, and 1 I hated it.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked it. It's if you round it up, I liked it. Like, I didn't love it, but it was good.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
My rating is a TBS movie, so it's a good movie. But you can watch it on TBS.
Wait for it on FX. Yeah.
Wait, y'all. I don't tell nobody to wait. Just wait. I don't normally tell people to wait. And I saw it in 4DX. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which was lit. It was lit. But wait.
Yeah. Up next, Black Panther, followed by the Thunderbolts at 7 p.m.
Only on FX.
Then at midnight, Panic Room.
Will she live or will she die? Yeah.
And now, American Horror Story.
Yeah. On that note, since we're all on the same page, this has been another great episode. What did everybody think out there? Let us know in the comments. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you love it? What's your ranking? Do you give it 2 thumbs up? Do you give it 5 stars, 1 star? Let us know how you're feeling. Did you have a favorite character? Who was your MVP? And ask us any questions. We'll go ahead and answer them in the comments. And again, thank y'all for making this series sort of a regular thing. Hopefully y'all like this one. And I'm sure we'll be back soon with another movie. In the meantime, though, if you like what's going on here, fellas, where can people follow you? They want to tune in to see what else the Banthers are doing in a galaxy far, far away.
People follow
like, why didn't anyone tell us? I'm concerned. I'm calling the police.
I'm not snitching.
I'll let him stab me. I don't give a fuck.
Nobody stabbing me. Run up, get done up.
You can find us at Letterboxd, Twitter, IG, TikTok, YouTube, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthers, where we have a podcast every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time and a podcast on every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific time.
Yes.
Check us out. It's a lot of fun.
They both premiere on Nerds at Night as well. Come on over.
Absolutely.
Come on over, baby.
Ooh, I like that. That's good. I'll be right over. Yeah. I'm a genie in a bottle. You just got to rub me the right way. You know?
I used to say that's my baby mama, but I had to stop when I started doing TV stuff.
He's like, I had to stop when she became my baby mama.
I don't. I signed an NDA, so I don't know what you're talking about.
We know we got documents prove Bill I am.
This Aguilera's representation has told me not.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Got the document. Be right back. Just make sure you tune in, folks.
Y'all got it.
You can follow me, Money Blakeweather, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. You can follow everything that Nerds at Night is doing here on this channel. We'll be breaking down a lot more movies. Look out for my Scream 4 breakdown coming soon. If you tuned into this, you know it's coming. If you didn't, it'll be a surprise when it does come out.
Look up on you.
Yeah, but also too, if you enjoy us hanging out, all this trio right here, go ahead and tune in to an episode of Does It Hold Up? Will I be on it? Won't I be on it? Why don't you go ahead and find out by tuning into an episode?
Chances are yes.
I mean, yeah.
It depends on.
If I'm not on it, it's because of the hackers. That's an inside joke.
Hackers.
That's an inside joke right there. But everybody, we thank you for tuning in for this episode. And whether it's morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time you're listening to this, we appreciate you. We love you. And until the next one, we will see you. Peace.
Peace. See, now you can do it when it's ending.